So real quick, you guys can skip to this time because I'm about to go on a little rant real quick. For the actual video, click here because I'm about to go on a little rant real quick. But 3 years ago, I made this video where I found the turning red Easter egg in the movie Luca. As some of you know, Pixar hides Easter eggs in an upcoming movie in the previous ones they released. And I found the one that they had in the movie Luca for the movie Turning Red. Now I know what you're thinking, people find Easter eggs all the time. And yes, while that is true, it's usually after the movie comes out. For me, I found it using only the movie poster. And not even that, I found it 6 months before the movie even came out. That means at the time of me finding it, the only people who knew about it were the people who worked on the movie. And I know that because the Easter egg was a reference to the boy band in Turning Red that hadn't even been announced yet. Like I said, this picture was all I was going off of, and I found it on the first try. Video proof even!
The village and the town, it's the same thing. It is. I found it. That is one of the Easter eggs.
And because I was going into that video not expecting to find anything, I went over to Twitter and was like, let me tweet this out and see if anyone cares. And I remembered, I specifically, and I deleted it by the way, but I tweeted out tagging Pixar, Disney, and the Turning Red Twitter account. And I got nothing. A couple days go by, and I see this comment saying that someone stole my credit. And I'm like, who would dare steal something from the man who has never stole anything? So I go over to Twitter, and I see that this piece of shit tweets out to the director, the only guy I guess I forgot to add in my tweet, and says, "Sir, is this the Easter egg? 4-star town and 4-star Villago?" And the director himself says, "We got a winner, Caesar. Those are very, very sharp eyes. Bravo, you got it." And you're probably wondering, well, how do I know he just didn't find it himself? Well, because after the director congratulated him, he's like, well, all the credit goes to this guy, and then tags and then links my video. But nobody cared because it was already found. Imagine you find the cure for cancer, and then some other doctor is the one who mentions it to people, and they're like, yeah, they all celebrate him, they're congratulating him, giving him whatever, they're just sucking him off so good. And then after all that, after he gets his fill of attention, he's like, actually guys, it's actually my homie who found it. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, congratulations, I guess. That's what you get. You get congratulations, I guess, in a handshake, and you get sucked off. Now, I'm not saying I found the cure for cancer, but just imagine how I felt after finding something that only 200 people in the entire world knew about, only to have this Mexican steal my shit. He even tried to apologize to me, and I'm like, dog, fuck right the fuck off. He knew where he found that, but wanted the credit before he told anyone. Not saying my life would be any different had I gotten the credit, but let's just say Amazon would have been making soup games instead, you feel me? But if you guys skip to this part in the video, fuck you, I poured my heart and soul out to what I just said. But as of right now, more than ever, people of all ages want to become influencers. Now, while that necessarily isn't a problem, the way these people are doing it has to be worse than the AIDS epidemic. Going viral used to mean doing something interesting, unexpected, even awesome I might add. But now it's turned into people doing things illegal, scary, and pink! But recently I saw on Twitter that this TikToker was finally arrested after he filmed himself spraying insect killer on various foods in a grocery store. Now it says here that he was charged with introducing poison, criminal damage, endangerment, and theft. And if you Google the amount of jail time someone gets for doing this, it's 4 months to 5 years for the poison alone if no one gets hurt. If someone did happen to get sick or anything, that would be bumped up to a class 2 felony, which carries a prison sentence of 4 to 13 years for a first-time offender. So even if this guy had a clean record, the worst he can get is 12 years in prison, which is basically like 20 years now with how fast society is moving. But this isn't a first-time thing for him. Like I said, influencers nowadays see one of their videos go viral and literally think that they can ride that virality to Mr. Beast status. A really good example of this is Johnny Somali, who thought being a piece of shit overseas would make him one of the top streamers in the world. And we all know what happened after that. But if you go to this guy's TikTok, all of his videos are of him breaking the law in some way. He only has a handful of videos out, but along with him spraying food, he's locked people in stores, sprayed people with fire extinguishers, even put raw bacon in some old guy's laundry. And not even just that, he gets a dead pigeon and tries to hit an employee making food with it.
Wolfie, remember that.
And what's funny about people like him is that they genuinely think this makes them an evil person. He even has Supreme Villain in his bio on TikTok. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You are the farthest thing from evil. Hitler was evil. Bin Laden was evil. You are retarded. And I guess in a longer video that was posted, it shows him going back and taking the food he sprayed, putting it into a shopping cart, and then not even throwing it away, but just pushing it somewhere else as if that was any better. And it's like, first of all, when you spray something, especially the way he did, it spreads. And literally everything in and around of what he sprayed is contaminated. Like, just because you sprayed the top of something doesn't mean that the bottom stuff is okay. They're all fucked. He even sprayed the packaged vegetables but didn't take any of those out. Or like, he blasts this whole right side of the tomatoes and then shows us that he took the ones out that he didn't even spray. Like, if I had been repeatedly hit in the head as a child and then that just continued on until adulthood, then maybe I'd see this and be like, yeah, he's a good guy. He didn't even need jail. Or like, I wouldn't even be able to, I'd just be able to point. Not even that. I'd be able to like blink, like look at him and blink with the state my brain would be in. That'd be the kind of person who'd look at this and be like, he's good. What's also funny though is that when he was arrested by the police, he told them that he makes $6,000 to $10,000 a month doing these videos. And it's like, dude really tried to make it seem like he was getting paid off these videos and that this wasn't him just trying to gain a following. If he's making $6 to $10K a month with these numbers, I know some TikTokers who should be billionaires at this point. Like, even if we were to take into account his Instagram where he uploads the same videos, neither Instagram or TikTok pays him the amount he says he's getting. And like I said, it's the same thing over and over. Sometimes he doesn't even do anything. He's just walking into a convenience store and he's like, oh, are you Indian? And then walks out.
This is an Indian store? Yeah. Oh.
No way you walked out of an Indian store? You're black and commit crimes. Being a fucking snail would give you more purpose in life. Like, you'd be surprised how many people think this guy doesn't deserve what happened to him. Like, on his most recent Instagram post, someone commented the list of things he was charged with, and the first reply says, God damn, we know he's a piece of shit, but damn. What do you mean, but damn? He literally poisoned food in the hopes that people would eat it. I hope you get food poisoning because the chef who cooks your food didn't want to wash his hands after he wiped his ass, and we can all have the same reaction. But damn. Yeah, he's a good chef, but I mean, like, but damn. He really had to give you that? You ate a little bit of poopy? You ate a little bit of poop? A little bit of mess in your mouth? Now, I will say, there was one of his videos that I saw where he wasn't messing with anyone, ruining their day. He literally just made bacon and eggs and showed them to someone in a mall. That's it. Now, while that didn't get a million views, it's funny enough to where if he kept doing this, it would have gained him a massive following. It's random enough to where if you did it over and over with different food to different people, you'd be the guy who's known for showing food to people and not the guy who tried to poison someone. Hopefully the judge or whatever sees what I saw and that even though he took some of the stuff he sprayed out, he still left a lot of contaminated product on the shelves for people to buy. But yeah, guys, this piece of shit is finally off the streets, and trust me, he will learn his lesson after he's been charged with poisoning people. Also, shout out to Boofman for sending me this guy's videos. As always, if you guys send me an idea for a video, even if I'm going to make it the same day that you guys send me the idea, I'll still shout you out. Until tomorrow though, peace.